Hi everyone, welcome to Soul Seekers Tarot and your reading. I'm Corey. So the question we're going to be looking at today is, what is the best approach for success in yours of course, work career life? What is the best approach for success in my work career life? And I have this oracle deck to get us started with the 3 piles. I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, and I hope you all had a good weekend. So Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, let's find out what the 3 piles are going to be. This first one, we have cicada, the cicada bug, which is the 11 master number. Cicada, cicada. Let's see. And then we have card number 24, which is Hermit Crab. That has to do with family, love and family, because it adds up to 6. And third pile is card 20, and it's 9-banded armadillo. The 9-banded armadillo. Card 20, partnerships, partners, union, the number of duplicate, right? Okay, duplicity. Duality, and so forth and so on. All right, so if your intuition isn't your thing, let's find out if a number resonates for you. Pile 1, it's got numbers 1 and 5, so it could be 1 or 5, it could be 15, it could be 51, or it could be 6. However it works for you. Pile 2, we have 3 and 6, so 36, 63, 3 or 6 or 9. And then pile 3, we have 2, 2 and 4, 24, 42 or 6. But 6, if you went with 6, you could do both piles here. Just realizing, because this adds up to 6 and so does that one. Now, if numbers and intuition aren't your thing, then perhaps you choose by your zodiac sign. 4 and pile 3, there's 4. All right, guys. For pile 1, we have Gemini and Leo. Sagittarius and Aries. Yeah, I always have to think about those bulls. Okay, pile 2, we have the zodiac signs Cancer and Libra, Taurus and Pisces. Pile 3, we have Scorpio and Aquarius, and Capricorn and Virgo. Okay, guys, so there you have it. You've got the 3 piles. With using your intuition, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, by all means, watch more than one. And I'll check in with you in just a minute. But take your time. See you soon. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You've chosen pile 1 with card number 11, cicada. However you say it's that bug that walks out of its body. That's all I know. Walks out of its body. But I'll read the meaning of it from the book, okay, in just a moment. So if you didn't pick this pile with your intuition, maybe because you don't trust it, you use maybe the numbers 1 or 5, or the 2 together. However that worked for you. And if not, it was the zodiac sign. We have Gemini and Leo, with Sagittarius and Aries. Very good. And these are the oracle decks I've decided to use for this reading. What is the best approach for success in your work career life? All right, let's get a major arcana. We have Judgment, the Daga's rune, which is daylight. It's like judgment by day kind of thing. Says awareness, awakening, reflection, and absolution. It's hard to see. So we have Judgment for your pile. Judgment. And clarification for Judgment. What do we have? Archangel Michael. Okay, we have this one, the Knight of Swords. Carpe diem. Well, that's seize the day. Well, that's perfect. That's day. This is carpe diem. Seize the day. Very interesting that would work out like that. So seize the day. What is the best approach for success in your work, career life? All right, and now we've got the career deck right here. And let's find out which one we're going for. Oh, feeling trapped. You feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. There's some great advice. All right. Then we gonna get the Lenormand. Gentleman, 28, which adds up to 10, which is a new beginning, 1. And it's the Ace of Cups. He's offering his cup of love, see? Ace of Cups. Gentleman. Maybe there's someone. We'll see. All right, now for the final oracle. Psychic gifts. Learn to trust your intuition. Learn to trust your intuition. Learn to trust your intuition. Well, let's start off with the meaning for the cicada bug. I don't know which one it is. Maybe it goes alphabetically. No, it doesn't. Look in the contents, table of contents. Oh, page 53. The cicada, the song that gilds. The song that gilds? Okay. Time rasps and cracks and bursts onto a golden afternoon. You have been waiting, growing, maturing, and you now glide through this open window with wings polished, mechanisms wound, and the pressure to rise. You feel the fuel of urgency, knowing this dreamy weather cannot last. Over the threshold, you march into the world alight with purpose, emboldened by it. There is no secret to be made of your intention. Hurry the connection by making your desires known. Raise your voice to those you meet, and they will become your allies. I'm thinking about this person here. It says, for what can one voice avail compared to 3 and more together? Sing loud on your own and with others. You will not be lost in or deafened, lost in or deafened by the noise. You will be heard, and before too long you will hear. The same breeze that wrote your chorus across the sky will carry an answering refrain to you. So speak what it is that you need. Declare your dream loudly and have your passion echoed back to you. Even a whisper is strengthened and multiplies as it works its way through pipelines. So people, networks, right? And multiplied as it works its way through pipelines, rattling poles and jumping contacts to reach a ready and charged network of support. Remember, all you seek is seeking you. Be seen, heard, and found. The events of this glimmering time will be hammered out with the help of connections you've not yet made. Dismiss any instinct to hide or dismiss what you came here to do. Share your plans, collect business cards, and follow up recommendations. Wherever you go, there is someone who knows someone who holds a puzzle piece you are looking for. Make some noise so you can find each other. So it's about networking and putting feelers out. What it is that you seek, and it sounds like with this that it's telling us that pile 1, you're feeling stuck in your current situation, but you have options, and starting with an option of reaching out to others who will help you share your news, the love for whatever it is that you are seeking with respect to work or your career path. Okay, and so this is going to be like the Knight of Swords. It's like, it's fast movement, right? So seize the day, as it says, carpe diem on here. Seize the day, and do not dismiss, as it says, your purpose. Dismiss knowing what your purpose is. Go forth and, you know, speak it and let it echo out there. Like, this is what I am. This is my skills and abilities, my skill set, my abilities, my desires, and my wishes for seeking work that has career that has something to do with that I desire, and something that will make me feel fulfilled. Like psychic gifts, learn to trust your intuition. You may be basically being asked to tap into your inner power, your intuition, to be able to find your way forward, but through others, not just on your own. So you're going to be accessing other people to help chorus your plans for seeking employment or another job, because this says look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. So talking to friends, friend of friends, talking to other employees or co-workers at other companies that you might consider working at. Put your name out there on Indeed.com. Just put it out there on the net. Put your resume out. Submit resumes. Do as they say, pound the pavement. Go door to door and tell businesses that are appropriate for your skill set, that you're looking for work that's going to be able to allow you a little bit of freedom to be creative. Right here, and that is you answering the call that it's time for you to move on from where you were before, because you feel trapped, which means you're feeling limited and restricted. And when you're feeling limited and restricted, you know that you've been there, done that, you've done it. There's like, you've outgrown it, right? It's time to move on. So it's time to move on, which means you need to move on to something where you can expand yourself, expand your creative ideas, expand your creative blessings in the kind of work that you can do with your hands or with your mind, with your body, whatever it is. But this is your chorus. The Knight of Swords is like seize in the day and go forward in your truth. What is it that's not going to make you feel trapped? What is it that's going to make you feel alive and growing and expanding in your career or work life? Okay, and so you're going to be talking to people who are going to talk to people. You know that commercial about, the shampoo commercial? I told 2 people, and they told 2 people, and they told 2 people, and so on and so on. So that's kind of what it is that spread the word and do it fast. It's time right now. That's the best approach. It's time right now to seize the day. Don't take another minute longer to let people know that you're on the search. Now, if you can't let your current employer know that that's what you're doing, then you need to, figure that out about how to keep yourself on the low with them, so that you can continue searching for work, but without your employer or co-workers finding out about it. Now, if you have co-workers that you can trust, then that'd be different. They can help you out too. So it's just a matter of your approach is to seize the day. Start now. Start looking for what it is that you're going to be able to talk to people who are going to be able to offer you something in return, because they're going to find out that you're looking for work, and they might have something to offer you. And also this person here could be somebody who you're going to ally with, who's going to help you in your search. Okay, so, but trust in your intuition. 16 is 7, which is heaven, and learn to trust your intuition. So when you are approached with an offer, for example, Be discerning. Go inside. Don't say yes right away. Say, well, that's very interesting. I think that might be really something very good for me. But, can I let you know tomorrow? Yeah. So go within and check out with your gut to say, does this feel right for me? It sounds good and it looks good in theory and in imagination, but maybe you can ask if you can job shadow somebody for a day on the weekend, or you call in sick one day at your work so that you can be available during the week to go in and just kind of job shadow somebody and see what that company is like, and get to talk to coworkers to find out how they like their jobs there. There's your options, right? But you do have options, it says. So you have people to help you, to ally with you, to help put the word out. And of course the internet. You have your own feet to be able to do pounding the pavement, going door to door, dropping your resume off and talking to people that work at these different places that you're dropping your resume off, or the manager themselves. And you can possibly job shadow at a place when you do actually learn about something that you might find interesting for you, that you might be able to ask if you can hang out for an hour or two to just follow somebody around while they're doing their work. Okay, so we've got 5 of Earth, which is the 5 of Pentacles, which is about feeling left out in the cold. 7 of Water, there's your options. That's a 7 of Cups. And 3 of Water, 3 of Cups, there's your, collaboration, but in a social setting. You're collaborating with friends. Like, in other words, you're going out socially. You're not like the 3 of Pentacles is actual collaboration, to be working together, connecting to work together. This is connecting socially, but you're going to find out from your friends and friends of friends that you're going to meet while you're out, and you're going to start asking them about, where do you work? Do you like it? Do you know if they're hiring right now? Or they might say, hey, but I know we're not hiring right now, but I heard about this from a friend of mine, so it's a friend of a friend of a friend kind of thing. A friend of mine told me that they have positions open. So, just networking, right? Getting to meet people so that they can be on your side to help look out for what is available, what comes available, and whether or not it's worth your while. If it's something that really is a good fit for you, good match. Okay, so first row is very appropriate, because feeling out, left out, meaning that you're just feeling stuck and it's stagnancy. And you may be because when we're at work, how many hours a day do we spend at work? It's half of our day, because even though it's 1/3 of 3/3, because we have work time, and then we have family life, and then we go to bed and sleep. Who's conscious while you're sleeping? What can you do while you're sleeping besides dream? So your day really is just work and home life. And so it's like half of your life, your conscious life. And when we are sitting in a place working for half of the hours of the day of our conscious working time, we start thinking negatively, because it's like, what am I doing here? I don't even like this job. I don't like the people I work for. I don't have any ability to expand in this company. I can't unless I have the appropriate education. And even if I did have the degree, it doesn't mean there's going to be any kind of position opening up for me that someone already has, and they may be young enough that they're going to continue working there for a long time. And unless they die or leave, the position would never be available to anyone else. So even if you had the degree, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to be able to move up the company ladder, so to speak, become a supervisor, manager, and so forth, lead a team, or whatever it is that you're doing for work or a career. So it does lend to being pessimistic, right, instead of optimistic, because so much time we spend, and it's 5 days a week probably. Most often it's 5 days a week, so there's only the home time after work, and then the weekend where we're regretting going back to work on Monday. You know, so it's like, it's just it doesn't really lend ourselves the motivation to feel positive and optimistic when we're stuck doing something for so many hours a day of our life, doing something we don't want to do, or being somewhere we don't want to be. That's the 5 of Earth energy. Focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, it's not the best time to start your own business or become self-employed. So it's just, it's not about starting your own business or becoming self-employed. It's about you just finding something that, you know, it's a niche for you, where you feel like it's just a really nice match for you, and that you feel like you can expand and grow and probably be promoted, right, with salary raises and whatnot, where you aren't right now. You can't right now. So that's the 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles energy. But there are so many options that, although it says here you have options, these are your options, but it can be confusing. And until you actually are able to get somebody else on board for you, that maybe it is an employer coach, or somebody at a temp agency, or somebody who just maybe even at the unemployment office, if you have one, that can help point you in different directions, that they know who's hiring and who's not. But it says it's time to stop procrastinating and make a decision so that you can move forward with a priority. If you need to do more research, then do so. But don't overthink the situation. Listen to your heart. These cards just go perfectly with what we're talking about today, your work and career. Listen to your heart, which is your psychic voice. Listen to your heart. Learn to trust your intuition. Very good. So you will be able to navigate through all the options and networks. You'll be able to do this with the help of others, and with the help of technology like the internet and whatnot. Okay, phone, texting, email, sending out resumes. You'll be able to navigate all the options. And then 3 of Water. This is Hummingbird. It says you have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. So it could be that you go to a wedding, but or engagement, and you start talking to people and saying, they want to know. Everybody always wants to know when they meet you. So what do, right? And you say, well, I'm working at that. I'm looking for a job. And they, oh, really? What kind of things do you do? And you say, well, I did this, that, and the other thing. And they'll say, you know what? I think I heard, Jerry over there, when he was talking to Harry. Jerry and Harry were talking. He overheard that there's job openings at their company. And I believe that their company does something that would fit your skills. So you might want to go, I could introduce you to Jerry if you don't know. So you do that, right? So then we have the 3 of Earth. There's the 3 of Pentacles right there. So now you're collaborating to find you work. Actually, if you're working with others to find you work here. Wow, this is perfect. The King of Cups, or King of Water, warm-hearted, devoted, loving, and faithful. Trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. So there's somebody that you're going to be able, someone's going to come in and say, I hear you're looking for work. Or, I heard you're looking for work, and I just wanted to come over and meet you and shake your hand and tell you that by all means, drop a resume off or come in and have a chat with HR, tomorrow or on Monday or whatever, right? Ace of Air. So now we're looking at the aha. I've got an aha moment, like I've got a direction. So it's an implementation of your brilliant new idea. But it says you may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. So it may not be the one that you, like where this person, if they're working and they think that you want to apply for a job where they're working, it may not work out for you there, but they're going to know somebody who knows somebody, or they just know of somebody else, you know? Wow. The Two of Pentacles. So here's you, like, now juggling. You're getting offers, juggling, trying to figure out, should it be this one or should it be this one? You know, that kind of thing. And then the Lover's card, that's needing to make a choice, because you got options here. You got 2 offers, 2 directions to go. You just have to make a decision. That's the Judgment card. Make the decision, and that's the choice that you're going to make. With the 4 of Air to 4 of Swords, and it'll be a time once you make a decision. Well, once you receive the offer and you're going to need to make a decision, that you realize you've got a choice to make now, and it's going to feel really, really good. But remember, I told you about going in and seeking your higher power within you, tapping into your intuition to make sure that you can discern that when you get an offer that it's the right fit, it's a good match for you. That's the 4 of Swords. You're going to go thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers you seek. I just can't believe these cards are coming out for you, pile 1. This is amazing. These are just absolutely amazing. So it says here with did I read this one? Let me read these. I didn't read these. I want to read these. 3 of Pentacles. Your most satisfying and profitable career comes from following your passions, listening to your heart. Wow. This is all about career. That's amazing. This deck is not about career. Loving your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is being fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. Sheesh. Okay. Very good. 3 of Pentacles, working with people, collaborating. King of Water will be one of them. A trustworthy person in relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. So they might give you some really good advice. If it's not where they work that they know that you could apply, it's just that they know a little bit about the kind of work that you have the skills for, and they're going to probably maybe give you some advice about how to seek it, how to go about it. You know, when you do meet up with an employer, you know, make sure you say this instead of don't talk about that, you know, that kind of thing. Like an employment coach kind of thing, but maybe not officially an employment coach, but it could be. Ace of Air is implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you refine your plan and reshape your goals into something even better. Yeah, and then the even better shows up. This one might be even better than that one. Okay, so Abyssinian cat. It's cute. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all you do. So I mean, that just emphasizes what we're here doing this reading for in the first place. It's like, because you're trapped, you're feeling trapped, and who wants to spend 50% of your conscious hours feeling like you don't like where you are? Flamingo with the Lovers. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring action and choices. There's choices, action and choices, something that you're going to love, okay? Something that you will love. But they want you to go within first to make sure, thoroughly think things through before making a decision. And we've already read this one. So yes, the 4 of Swords is a time when you get offered something. You got more than one job offer, because of all the people you've spoken to, all the places you've been to, all the resumes you've put out, either online or, you know, pounding the pavement, doing that. So you've got some choices to make now because you have options, and we knew that with these options are ones about how you go about putting the word out through the different avenues that you could go with that, and I've mentioned them. So let's your near future. Let's see, 10 of fire. That's a 10 of wands. Ego, which is the devil, is it not? Yeah, the devil. 9 of water, 9 of cups, yeah, and the Queen of Wands with renewal, which is judgment again. Yeah. And then 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands, the High Priestess, and so forth. Okay, yeah, it looks like it was getting off to a rocky start, as it says in this card here. No, which one here? No, it's this one. The 4 of Swords. Looks like it's getting off to a rocky start, making a decision. No. Okay, hang on a second. I got to find that card that says the rocky start. This one here, the Ace of Swords. Implementation of your brilliant new ideas may get off to a rocky start. So it may not. So what they're saying here is that your efforts to network and put the word out there may seem like, and it always seems to do that, it may seem like it's not going to be a quick fix for you, or someone's going to say, hey, as soon as you say I'm looking for work, they say, yeah, I got somebody. They need you perfectly. They need your skill set. They need you. No, it could be that everybody says, okay, well, I'm glad to know, thanks for sharing that with me. I will, I'll tell the people I feel as though would be helpful in this situation. So the word goes out, and it goes out, and it goes out, and it goes out like a pond, a pebble on a pond with the ripples. It goes out, but nothing seems to be coming back in for a time. All right, so it's a matter of you having some patience, but while you're having patience, you're still struggling with the job that you're staying at, because you're still going to continue working while you're looking for a job, and you won't quit that one until you get another offer that is stable and secure for you. So you're working far too hard, and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. So what it's saying is, go for it. Take some time off from work. Take some time off from work so that you aren't feeling so challenged. But if you can't afford to take time off of work, it's best to be able to navigate the stress that you're feeling right now, because the 10, with this 10, it's like you're coming to the point where you're able to release it. You're going to release it knowing that your days at this job are numbered. Knowing that it's numbered, because you've put yourself out there. I mean, you can't do much more than you've already been doing. Let's say you've been doing it, right? So you've been busy job searching, and you've been putting the effort in to do it. So it's going to be like you're going to be able to let the burdens go of being stuck in a job that you don't want to be at, and you have to stay because you should, because you've got bills to pay, car loan payments and stuff like that. So you can't quit before you have something else secured. But with the 15 here, you may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that it's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So it's just a reminder that you're going to fall into the trap during that time where the ripples have gone out, but they haven't come back yet. Right? So there's just a matter of time where information goes out, like the Knight of Swords. Information goes out, but people have to process it, and they have to find the time to process it, and they're going to prioritize whether or not it's more important to think about you needing a job or them doing their job, that kind of thing. So you have to give people a chance to be able to find the time to prioritize, to put some priority on your situation to help you look for a job. because they got a life and work to do as well. So you just need to give them some leeway, and you're going to follow up with them, of course. So don't stalk them. Just follow up like maybe once a week with them. That's it. Email even instead, or text instead of actual phone call or meeting up with them in person. All right, so just have some patience. Don't feel, you're going to feel trapped because you're going to start thinking negatively again. That you are, I'm stuck, I'm still stuck. Nothing's coming back. I'm not hearing from anyone. I don't have any, there's no emails coming in from Indeed.com saying there's this person that wants to, saw your resume and wants to interview you, set up an interview. You're not getting any of that, and you're just feeling as though the pressure is on, that you're just maybe going to end up having to stay where you're at until the day you die. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just have to stay there until something comes available, and everything works in divine timing. So when something comes up that's perfect for you, especially if you stay patient and optimistic, you're going to get at least a couple of really great options. And then you're going to have the task of trying to pick which one, by using your intuition, going inward, meditate or prayer, going inward to try and figure out which one to choose. That you feel, if you choose this one and it's not, you might be worried, if I choose this one, then I might be short selling myself, and it could have been the other one that was better for me. But you go inward. This is what this is all about. That's what tarot is about. It's about seeking your spirit for the guidance that you're seeking through coming to a tarot reading in the first place. So it's about you looking in to find out what's best for you. We can only point. Tarot, the tarot card reader can only point, like this. Well, you could try this, and you could try or that. But ultimately, it's up to you to make the final decision, and that's the renewal card. So the Nine of Water is that you're going to start feeling like things are going to start pouring in, and I say pouring because we got a teacup here, or a tea kettle, and now your cup is going to runneth over with some really great options. But stay patient, stay vigilant, follow up, stay patient. That's your best approach. The best approach is to, check in with your inner power, of course, but put your feelers out there. Use people, in a nice way. Use people, network, and all that sort of stuff. Every avenue that you can. And then follow up with them, but remain patient, remain optimistic, and don't get carried away in your negative thinking that it's going to push things away from you, because that's energy. Energy pushes other energy away that doesn't match it. So you want to have the best energy to get the best options, the best offers coming in, and just stay vigilant. Stay vigilant, and your cup will runneth over. You'll be feeling very, very emotionally satisfied, because you feel again like the world loves you. If maybe you never felt like that, but you will feel like the world loves you, because it's reaching back out to you with all the ripples that you put out. Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands, is a talented, brilliant, independent, and charming person. This is you. They see you as a go-getter. They see you as wanting to help yourself. And you do so with the effort of putting the word out, doing the pounding the pavement thing, dropping your resumes off, emailing us, getting an account on Indeed.com and any other online employment seeking program, and maybe to the temp office, to wherever you can put the word out that you're looking for new work, that the person is going to find out from either you or people that they have heard from that you are looking for a position, and that they're going to see you as someone who's a go-getter, a hard-working go-getter. I face my challenges. I face my obstacles. I overcome. I'm ready to do whatever it is I need to do because I have that kind of energy. I'm motivated. I'm inspired. Yeah, and then the decision, right? With the, let's just see, I want to read this. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. You can do it. You got the mind for it, you know? And then the renewal card, which is the judgment card here. It's time to get clarity about your life purpose and make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Yeah, so it is time. Like the offers are going to be pouring in, and you're going to feel like your cup is runneth over, right? And it's going to feel like you've got job offers coming in that are really suited well for you, for what it is, not only your skill set, but also what your passion is. Okay, so forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. So forgive the distance, the time it's going to take for things to come in that are going to be, you know, ripe for the taking, that suits you to a T, the letter T, because victory and success is you may receive a promotion, be chosen for a scholarship, or find that you're singled out for special recognition. You've done an amazing job and you deserve all the attention. Victory and success with the 10 of Pentacles, golden retriever dog here. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. So you are going to be victorious and successful, and it's going to be the type of job where you could possibly consider being for the rest of your working life, because there's options, there's opportunities for you to be promoted, and of course pay raises, right, with benefits. So it sounds like one of these that you have to figure out which one it is going to be like a true huge blessing for you in every way other than just your skill set. It will address your passion, your need to be creative and expand yourself in whatever field of work that you like to do, field of life, whatever. You're just going to be happy. You're going to be happy, but the best approach, again, I've already said it, but mostly be patient, because the ripples you put out are going to take a little bit to come back in again. Be patient, but stay vigilant. Stay in touch with the people you've put your resume out to or put the word out to. Okay, don't just put it out there and then not ever say anything else to them, and they're still receiving resumes, and yours starts falling to the bottom, because they're not hearing from you. Now, if they hear from you and they say, yeah, I was just checking, I had emailed or dropped off a resume on such and such a date. I just wanted to know, you know, what the status is on the hiring status, or for interviews, you know, what the status is on whether or not is it time for interviews, or how much longer will it be, you know, that kind of thing. And then they say, oh yeah, okay, I see, you know, they had to pull the pile off and see that yours was right, one of the first ones on the bottom of the pile, and then they take it and they put it on the top of the pile. Person called, they contacted, wanted to know when interviews start, that kind of thing. Okay, so just some advice, right? But take care of yourself and best of luck with that. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen card number 24, Hermit Crab, and I'll read that to you in a moment, the meaning of that. But at 6, it adds up to 6, which is love, family, energy. And we're looking at the question, what is the best approach for success in your career, your work career life? What is the best approach for success in your work career life? Now, if you didn't use your intuition to pick this pile, maybe it was the numbers 3 or 6. And if not the numbers, it was the zodiac signs. Excuse me. We have Crab and Libra with Taurus and Pisces. All right, guys. So these are the oracle decks I'm using. I'll read this in a moment. Let's get these first. All right, so what is the best approach? Yeesh, we got two of them. We got the Devil and the World card. Wow. Okay. What's the best approach? Let's get some clarification. Let's move these so I can have a look at them. I'm going to put them here. Just makes more sense for room because they're such big cards. And let's get clarification for the World and Devil card, please. Archangel Michael. This one. 5 of Cups. Okay. That's being, you know, feeling disappointed. Regretful, remorseful, possibly. All right. Let's get a Lenormand. World is truth and perfection. Everything is okay. Navigate through life's circumstances with ease. The Devil is vision and perception. Emerge from the shadow into something new. Remember, every ending is a door to a fresh start. Okay. We got the Tower card. That is not the same as Tarot. So Tower in the Lenormand is about safety. It's about security. It's about being able to feel safe within an institution like work, or the institution where you currently work. Okay, maybe you're in education, but it's governmental institution, be governmental, dealing with all sorts of departments of the government. You know, so it's also like the Six of Swords, the swords up here, or the spades. Six of Swords, which is finding a solution, and 19 adds up to 10, or 1. 10, no it doesn't, adds up to 20, no. Pardon me guys, I argue with myself a lot, it seems. Okay, so 1 and 9 is 10, and that's a 1, that's a new beginning. It's not 20, it's 10 with a new beginning. Finding a solution, moving from rough waters to calmer waters energy. Yeah. Like this is a safe haven, the Tower is. It's not going to crumble like the one in the Tarot. So this is the career deck. Let's find out what it has for advice or information for you. Pile number 2. We have ups and downs. Your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation. See if there's hope, but allow yourself to move on if needed. Well, it seems to me that you're putting something to rest, putting an end to something, because of the World and the Devil energy. It says, remember, every ending is a door to a fresh start. 5 of Cups is like the 3 of Cups of the ups and downs. Your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation, but it's kind of like you've tried it, you've considered it, you've had the opportunity to take part in the ups, you know, the potentials, right? But they just didn't work out for you. You just found that it just didn't ring your bell. And so you're kind of like, those are the 3 cups that have been spilt over, but there's 2 more cups behind you that you haven't seen. And this is where, you know, what we're talking about. So let's see. Let's get this oracle information, and then we'll start reading for the Hermit Crab. You know Hermit Crab, right? Hides out in his home, steals other people's homes. Okay, let's see. Feel, don't think. Card number 4, feel, don't think. In other words, use your intuition. Feel what it feels like in your gut, within you. Find the heart of the lion, you know, that beats, right? There's the lungs. Is that the lungs? No, that could be the heart. They kind of look like lungs, but it could be the heart. But listen to your heart. Feel what feels right to you, not to analyze it, to overthink it. Okay, so let's find out what the Hermit Crab has to say. Hermit Crab is 84. Okay, The soulful listener. Okay, the soulful listener. Hermit crab. Within your queer and comfortable lodgings, you have all you need. It's in a trumpet or something like that. You have all you need and more to satisfy your days with musing and romanticism, delight and discovery. Though you do not crave outside company, you don't shun it. And in the event that you find yourself at a banquet or party, you'll be remembered for your calm yet lively features and keen fascination for the lives and goings-on of the wider world, and thus the discovery was made. Others have overlooked or underassumed your subject for years. Yet on your first meeting, something glinting in their eye or hinted at in their expression piqued your interest. The conversation that followed, albeit is a crowded space, your little horn there, had the intimacy of lifelong companionship. Sincere questions, insightful responses, and ready ear unlocked humble tales of valiance and accomplishment. And then artfully, with their assent, another ear was added to your circle, and then another, until the room or select members therein was held in thrall, exclaiming, "How did we never know this? That's amazing." Yeah, so it sounds like you need to put the word out about you seeking for what it is that you want to experience in your work life, your work career life. So while stirring from your shell is a rare occasion, it is not because you are unsociable. Some should find their way into your morning graces. The conversation could roll long into the afternoon. But as company goes, a freshly printed book or unexpected chord change, or the shifting hues of a cloud tasseled down are just as welcome. It is perhaps inner contentment that fosters your acceptance and interest in other. You would seek to change another being as much as you would alter the colors in a rainbow. So you're content, but the contentment is coming to an end. It's time for you to, step out of your comfort zone, to come out into the light kind of thing, and seek for something better. See if there's hope, but allow yourself to move on if needed. So if your contentment is limiting you or restricting you in some way, whether you see it or not, you can speak to other people and they will let you know, or you will hear through the grapevine what other people are saying about you is with respect to the work that you do. Maybe they see you as someone who's so talented and skillful in some specific way, right? But it's getting lost in the work that you're doing right now. And they would want to say to you, "Are you sure you're where you should be?" So it is perhaps inner contentment that fosters your acceptance and interest in other. But you wouldn't seek to change another person. That's just not it within you. And you open your senses to listen to the full spectrum of both. The wallflower, the sea garden, and the sunset are like philosophers' wine. You savor it all, feeling the oceanic connections of life in the quiet comfort of your soul. So you are, you may not be a hermit, but you're just somebody who is like maybe passive, a little passive, like not passive, saying it is in any negative way, just somebody who is content. You love your familiar surroundings. The routine you have is comforting to you. But there's a part of you that says, is this all? Is this enough for me? Is this enough for me? Is this really what I should do, and accept and be for the rest of my career life? Or do I move on? So things are not bad where you're at. It's just that you may not be feeling as though it's all that it could be for you. But at the same time, you're saying, "Oh, I don't know. I feel pretty confident here in the sense that, everything's a routine. I know my way. I know my job. I know the people I work for. I've been doing this for so long that it's like just going from one home to another home. It's just 50% of my day is just spent at a different home. One place where I just spending time with a lot of people, or you're not. Maybe you're in a job where you're working with just you and your manager, and you're really the only one in the office at all times. But in any case, it's just another version of home to you, because you become so accustomed to it, so used to it, and it just, the familiarity just, it breeds contentment, but at the same time, it also breeds the question, is this really what I ought to be doing for the rest of my working life? Is this enough? Am I doing enough? Okay, so what is the best approach for success in my career, in your career? Yeah, it looks like there has been the ups and downs with the Five of Cups energy. You've had your ups and downs in the company you've been working for, or the place you're working at, in your career, and you're feeling nudges sometimes to move on to a different house. Because you have your home life house, and then you have your work house. Little hermit. But you know, hermit crabs are famous for stealing other people's houses. So when you decide to, either you came back to what was your house and someone else took it, so now it's time you got to move on because someone else took your house. And you got to find someone else's house, and you find someone else's house because they abandoned it to go look for food. And so now it's your house, right? So whoever gets there first, kind of thing. And if you have to go out looking for food, for sustenance, then the threat or the risk is always that when you come back, your house will not be the same. So it's kind of like, it's that sense, is that it's kind of a risk to, are you going to stay where you're at? Or do you need to look for some nurturing somewhere else that will then possibly force you to actually leave the house that you're in, the job that you're in, to inhabit this other house for a time, or for however long. Okay? That's the question, besides the question. Okay. So we got the Hermit. Oh my God. You know, if you have any reason to look at pile one, you feel drawn to look at pile one, I would recommend it, because the cards were perfect. Like this one here is perfect for this. I don't know about the rest of it. This one definitely is. So feel, don't think. Go in and feel what's right for you. Deep down, what is right for you? Is familiarity and contentment really that enriching for you? Life enriching for you? Is it enough? Is familiarity and contentment enough? Or does your heart cry out for more? Is your heart crying out for more? For more opportunities, of course, but for more experiences than what you're currently experiencing. And remember, your life, 50% of it is spent at your work home. And the other 50% is spent with, you know, just your own time, your home life, however you spend that. But that's only like, if you're lucky, it's 8 hours, but it's probably not. I mean, you're going to sleep. We say that's 1/3 of your life is your work life, but it isn't really, because when you're sleeping, all you're doing is dreaming. You're not doing anything else. You're not conscious. But when you're working at work and when you have your home life hours, you're conscious. So half of your day is spent at work. Is it enough? So you're going to go deep within yourself to find what it is that makes your heart, and why your heart is crying out for more experiences that would have you in a new chapter in life, where you got the Two of Cups, which is like, it's like a partnership. You with your new job, you with your new boss, you with your new company. That's the partnership, okay? That is going to offer you advancements. You won't be feeling stagnant there, at least for a time, right? You know, every new job has the opportunity for it, but if you're going to be in a position where you can actually be promoted, advance, right? then the chance of you feeling stagnant is minimalized. As to where you might be right now, there is no opportunities for that, or you've tried it and it didn't seem to work for you, or it's just you know, as they say, same day. So it's just a, you know, the pile of poop, right? This is just a different day, but the same pile, different day, kind of thing. Is it still doesn't lend itself, your job doesn't lend itself to, even though there might be potential for advancement, it doesn't lend yourself to be doing a whole lot different than what you were doing before you were promoted, advanced. And that, or if it's slightly different, or even more so than slightly different, is it enticing work? Is it the position you've always dreamed of doing? You know, like maybe you're now a supervisor over a couple people or a team or something like that. But is it the type of job now that really motivates and inspires you, that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning and go to? And if the answer is no to that you've been there and tried it, the advancement stuff, the promotion stuff, you're still feeling like you're not really making a difference, or this isn't, you know, I just don't feel passionate about my work. I don't feel it. It's just like it's routine still. It's routine. I do this and then I do that. And then when I've done that, I go and do this. And when I do this, I do that. And when I've done that, I go and do this and then that. You know, it's like a routine anyways, even though you were in a routine before you were advanced, and now you're in advanced, and you just got more of doing this and doing that, more responsibilities, right? Whereas before you got the promotion, you were just responsible for this and that. Now you're responsible for this and that, and a team of people. But it's still not inspiring. Ace of Air, that's following your truth, right? The divine is rolling out the red carpet for you and saying, I've got a brand new beginning because we're putting a chapter to end. I'm going to take the initiative. I'm going to actually look for something that is going to inspire me. And if it can't be within the current place I'm working, then it's going to have to be without, you know, within or without, right? And so it says, remember, every ending is a door to a fresh start. So you put an end to this, you got a fresh start here with that which is going to inspire you, that you're following your heart doing something because you've gone within and you said, I'm not happy. I'm literally, even though I'm contented and it's routine and I'm familiar and all this sort of stuff, I'm truly unhappy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy doing what I'm doing all the time, even though it's easy enough to do, it's a no-brainer. So therefore, when you go to work, it's like getting paid for doing something you really don't have to think about, because it's so mechanical or so routine that you can do it with your eyes closed and your hands tied behind your back. Page of Water, offer comes in. Offer you're going to love is going to come in. But you have to seek, right? You have to seek. First seek within and then go without. Speaking your truth. Go without and lead your new, you know, the new red carpet path that the divine is offering to you, because the divine knows that your heart truly is crying out for you to get out from behind all this safety and security. There is a solution from going from what is, in this case we'd have to say, not rough waters, but content waters, to passionate waters, to what is inspiring to you, to just the type of work that is just like you're practically crawling out of your skin in bed at night because you just can't, you know, I don't want to sleep for 8 hours. I want to get up. I want to go to work. I want to get up. I want to go to work. And you're making more money too. Queen of Earth. Look at that. Oh my God. There's a woman. She's smart. She's well respected. She knows how to make money. She knows how to commit. She knows how to invest in her own happiness, right? When it comes to committing to something. Yeah, with money, right? This is abundance, prosperity, as well as just being a grounded individual. So you're like a Capricorn. You're like a Capricorn or a Virgo, whoever else is the Taurus, is it? The earth signs. You're hardworking. You're committed. You're long-lasting. You're enduring. You're somebody who is like you're going to stay at a job until it kills you, you know? And you're loyal, you're convicted, there's this, that, and the other thing. You just have all these really endearing, wonderful traits, okay? You do. Hardworking, responsible. Oh my goodness. But you can hard work and responsible yourself out of a life of truly doing stuff that is a whole lot more inspiring and fun. That actually making money while you're enjoying yourself, God forbid. See, Queen of Air. Oh my God. Someone is either you're going to be talking to somebody, or this is you stepping into the Queen of Swords energy. But hang on. We got the Seven of Earth, got Seven of Pentacles. The Lovers. It's interesting. Pile 1 had this too. The Eight of Air, which is the Eight of Swords. Stuck in that web of contentment, but it's stressful. The Elder of Water, which is the King of Cups. Wow. We got the Elder of Air, the King of Swords. Wow, that's really weird. Okay, Two of Air, Two of Swords, Seven of Water, Seven of Cups, and the Elder of Earth, the King of Pentacles. And then there's a Knight of Cups. So let's just have a look. The next one is the Tower, and this is the real Tower. So it might actually play a part in this, but we will find out. So yeah, you guys, pile 2, you've just got to go within and listen to your heart, because if you've come to this reading because it has something to do with work, career, it means you're seeking. You're seeking for if I should stay or if I should go. Should I stay or should I go? Should I throw my work life into chaos for a while because it's not going to be at the same job where I feel like I can do this with my eyes closed and my 2 hands tied behind my back? Routine and contentment, familiarity. Do I throw myself into chaos, having to start working for a new employer, work with new co-workers, work with maybe possibly doing more than what you were doing at the other job, so new work responsibilities, and a new place. Like now you're going to have to take a different driving route or a bus or a train route to get to your job every day. So that's going to be something new again for you. You might even have to move in order for you to work at that place that's going to come along. The offer here, the Page of Cups, right? Page of Cups. They see you as this offer that's coming in sees you as this, as I've already described you as the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Air is the person that speaks your truth, and she is the type of person who, is very discerning in the sense that she allows for the gray areas. So this could be somebody that you're going to be connecting with, or it's you. The Seven of Pentacles, we've got you looking at the past and seeing like this is your contentment up in the trees. This is all that you have, planted with your hard work, your diligence, your commitment. You planted and you grew some really awesome fruit. You've got like 25 years at this place, or you've been working there 10 years. 10 years is nothing to sneeze at nowadays. So it's, you have put some time in, and you are, you're looking at all that you have gained and accomplished and benefited from staying where you're at, with all the other perks I talked about, how it's routine, it's familiar. It's like you can go to work and get paid, and it's a no-brainer for you. You can do it so easily because you've been doing it for so long. But it's like now it's time to look to the future. I'm looking at the past having nostalgia, but it's about turning about face and deciding to plant some more seeds to add to your trophy cabinet, you know, to add to all your successes, to all that you gained and prospered from. It's time to reach out for more. And then the Lovers. So then the choice is like you going to have a choice either between two jobs or between staying where you're at, taking a promotion where you're at, or and like we said, the promotions where you're at, you know, you've had the opportunity to take a promotion before possibly and decided to deny it because it wasn't going to be much more pay and you're going to have more responsibilities, and it's still like this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. So it's like not really crawling up the ladder. It's well, it would be crawling up the ladder. It wouldn't be climbing the ladder. It'd be like crawling the ladder. Or it's a choice between staying here or getting something else, going to work somewhere else for someone else, doing something pretty much, you know, using your skill set, not necessarily the same thing that you're doing, but using your skill set and possibly more. That's going to, it's throwing you into the Eight of Swords because, you know, you're in that energy, that home. I'm satisfied, I'm content. I have everything that I need. Why do I need to throw the chaos card into my life now? I have everything I need. My rent's paid, my car loan payment is paid. I have food, I have clothes, I got entertainment money. You know, I might even have a little, I don't know, little cabin on the lake. Who knows what you got? But you're content. But it's always, there's always a risk. You know, you need to be nurtured. You need to find nurturing. And when you leave, is it going to be there when you come back? Right? So it's a risk for you. So you don't know if you should do it. That's the thing. You don't know. It's stressing the heck out of you. But you got yourself all wound up in this. No one's winding you up in this. It's you. You're all, you've spun all those webs and entangled yourself. It's just a matter of you choosing to say, I'm not going to worry about this. Why don't I just put my feelers out? Put my feelers out and see how it goes. If nothing comes out of it, it's nothing, no gain, no loss, right? I just do it. So the best approach for you is to success in your work career life is to make the decision to say, why don't I just put my feelers out? It's not going to hurt anything because I can always deny. Is that deny? I can always turn down an offer. I don't have to accept it. I have a job. I don't have to accept it. So you start putting your feelers out. Put your feelers out. Put your feelers out. Somebody, King of Water comes around, King of Cups comes around and talks to you about what, you know, it talks to you, well, what it is that you like to do? What does your heart say? You know, what really motivates you? What do you feel impassioned about? Someone's going to ask you those questions, and it might even be an interviewer. They might even say, what makes you feel impassioned about working for our company? You know, they might have these questions for you, so be prepared, right? Then you have the King of Air. And this person here is going to say, okay, so we like this person, but what do we know about them? This person here, he's going to say, what do we know about you? So there's going to be like a panel of interviewers. And I've been there where, and it could even be there's a Queen of Swords as well. But I feel like this is you and you right here with the Queen of Swords, because you are going to take up the challenge to put your feelers out and to seek that which is your truth, being as committed as you are as the Queen of the evolved worker bee right here, the Queen of Pentacles. You're evolving in your need to know if your truth is out there as opposed to where you're at right now. You understand that? So you need to put your feelers out in order for you to be able to find out if there is a Two of Cups for you, you and the other place partnering up to hire you and you work there. Okay, so this is you, both of these energies here. You're going to do it, right? You just, if you come to this reading for, you've chose this pile, there's a reason why you're hearing this. So the thing is that you can do whatever you want to do. You can. But the divine is saying here, if you're here and this is resonating with you, because you're in this energy right here, then you're going to do it. They say that the best approach for you is to put your feelers out, put your truth out there. Start seeking work that actually will be less routine and more give you the ability for being more creative and expressive with your skill set, and go above and beyond that even. Maybe you be a really great manager, but you've never really either managed a team, managed a couple of people. You know, there's jobs where you can become the manager of the office, but you're still the only person in the office. I've been there. I've been there. I was the office manager, but I had no one to manage. I did all the work. They did have other people, but they had to cut down and they let those people go. So I got the job as the office manager, but I was the only one I was managing. So it could be the same for you. And so, I mean, I was working on my own. I was like the hermit. I was in my own office space. It was a big office space, but I was the only one there. I had no one to work with or talk to collaborate with. I just did my work and I went home. So anyways, this could be what we're talking about here, is that you are going to be inspired to put your feelers out to say, maybe my truth is somewhere else, which I did. You know, I decided to apply for another job at a hotel to work with the accountant, because I was like a bookkeeper with my certificate. That's why I was able to be an office manager. And I was the bookkeeper's assistant. But I applied for the job, and they had more than one person sitting there doing the interview on me to really feel if I was the right person, because my resume looked really good, you know, and I was this office manager for at least a year, right? And so they saw in me what it is they needed to see in me, and when they met me, so they hired me. I let go of that job. I was no longer working on my own. It was the best experience in my whole work life to have gotten this job at this hotel, because I had the best hotel owner, manager. I had the best, I had a great accountant. She was just awesome to teach me things and to trust me and stuff like that. And she gave me a lot of leeway and whatever. I had a small child at the time, and if I needed, my manager said to me one day, "Why do you keep coming in on Saturdays when there is the Sea Fest parade comes once a year?" And he says, "Why aren't you out there with your daughter? You know, you didn't have to come in this Saturday. You could have just went to the parade." And I was thinking, I need to come in because it's my job, right? And he's telling me, "No, get out of here and go to the parade." So I left and went to the parade. So anyways, it was just the best experience. That after working as that hermit, as the office manager with no one to manage, I went to work with a whole pile of other people, because the front desk people were there. And I mean, we just got along just fantastic. It was a beautiful place to work, beautiful people to work with. Just the best of the best in my entire life, and I just feel very nostalgic about that. Every time I think of that time when I worked for that hotel and the hotel manager, it just kind of brings tears to my eyes with such gratitude that I was blessed with that experience. I had a wonderful experience. They gave me a beautiful goodbye dinner and gifts and stuff like that, because I was moving down here with my husband because he got transferred. Anyways, long story short, it was the best thing for me. I could have stayed, you know, sure, I got a posh position as a manager office manager, but I had nowhere else to go in that company. I wouldn't be able to become the boss of a office manager because there wasn't a role like that. I was at the top. And I could get raises every now and again. That was fine. I was getting paid pretty good too, but I had no one to work with. And although I'm kind of a hermit, I do like to talk to people, you know, and pick people's brains and just enjoy the time I spent. That 50% of my day, I want to enjoy the time and be able to express myself in ways that my employer truly resonates with and truly appreciates, right? So that was my experience, and this may be something that you're looking at. So it's a matter of this person's going to say, okay, what are you, I've seen your credentials on your resume with the King of Air, King of Swords, but what about this? What about that? Blah, 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 blah. Do you, are you a resident of this state? How long you've lived in this town or city? You know, they want to know the facts, okay, the facts. So you got someone who is going to say, yeah, I really, really dig this person. I think they'd be great, and I want to know what inspires them to want to work for our company. You know, what part of their, what could they say about that? So be warned, right? You're going to have these things. Then it's going to be like this is so good for you. It's like almost too good to be true with the devil energy, that they say, you know what? They call you a week later and they say, we sure would like to bring you in for another interview. Or they say, you come in for an interview and they say, well, we've already decided, but we just wanted to see you again. We had a couple more questions for you. And they say, and then you say, oh, really? You'd like to hire me? Oh, that's fantastic. You know, and you're wondering, now I got to make a decision. Do I really want, you know, like I got all this, I'm good here, but I got this opportunity. These people like me, they want to hire me, and I think it would be really interesting work to do, and I've got the opportunities for advancement, the Seven of Cups. There's opportunities at this business, but you're like, Two of Swords. They're like, I don't want to make a decision, because what if I make the wrong decision? You're going to be scared, because you're still in your Eight of Swords energy. You're going to be scared that you're going to make the wrong decision. That somehow all these things, you know, these stars that are enticing you, attracting you to, you know, you're focused on, you're just mesmerized by all the benefits of this to work for this company and the people that you're working for. Is it what I need? Is it what I really, really want? Do I really want to put myself out there and being a newbie again somewhere where I have to learn the job, learn the people, learn blah, 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 work with other people closely, that kind of stuff? Or should I just stay where I'm at? Because like I've got everything I need. I already have everything I need. I don't need anything else. If I just stayed here, I'd be fine. But I won't be happy. So then we have the King of Pentacles coming along and say, hey, baby. Okay, so what happens is the boss, these are just the interviewers, okay? The boss comes along and contacts you and says, hey, baby, you're right up my alley. No, I'm just joking, of course, but you're the Queen of Pentacles as well as the Queen of Swords. So the King of Pentacles, the business owner, he contacts you, or he comes in with that second interview and says, we really want, we're offering you a sweet deal. We really want you. We really want you to take this offer seriously. We think you're perfect for the job. Wait a minute, it's this way around. That you're perfect for the job. And they see so much in you. They admire you so much because the values you hold is exactly what this guy holds. Because you're a match. You're Queen and King of Pentacles. You're a match. So I think then it'll be like this, right? Tower moment, like, oh, they love me. They think I'm a perfect match. They want me. And then I would consider staying here when I got all this really great stuff moving forward in my life, my career life. Tower moment is where the tower comes down and says, you're surprised, shocked that somebody sees that much value in you and is offering this to you, giving you all these benefits and options. You stay with us for 6 months, we guarantee you're going to be, doing something more, taking on more responsibility, getting more salary, all that sort of stuff, right? Benefits with, if you're on salary, if you have to take time off, you get paid for it and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a good tower, but at the same time, a tower in the sense that you're going to have to really, you've got this card here, whenever it shows up, you've got to take the blindfold off and you've got to make a decision. No more sitting on the fence. You want to, but you can't, because this offer is only going to last for so long until they realize that you're not serious, and they're going to look for someone else, start interviewing someone else, the second person in line from the resume. So the Tower card is fitting here, is that you're going to have a tower moment in a good way, but at the same time, now you've got to make changes in your life. All right? I wish you all the best with this. I think it's absolutely positively wonderful for you. So if this really resonates with you, then please, by all means, first of all, let me know. But like and share, of course. Like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But by all means, check it out. Put your feelers out. That is the best approach for your success in your career right now. Do not sit on your laurels. Actually decide to put it out, because the worst that could happen is that you're not going to get any offers, or you're going to get offers that you can decline. All right? So take care of yourself. Bye for now. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You've chosen card number 20, which is for the 9-banded armadillo. Quirky little fellow. I'll read the description of it in a moment, okay? So if you didn't choose this pile with your intuition, you chose with a number. We have 2 and 4 for you, and whatever combination that works out for you. And if it wasn't the numbers, it was your zodiac sign. We have Capricorn and Virgo, with Scorpio and Aquarius. Okay, guys, so this is the oracle decks I have chosen for this reading. What is the best approach for success in your career, your work career life? So let's find out from Archangel Michael what is the major arcana we're going to start off with here. Temperance. They don't think that's what's the matter with some of these others. They've no imagination. You're talking. A tail isn't a tail to them. It's just a little bit extra at the back. So we got balance, moderation, and being sensible. Yeah, Eeyore is very sensible. Doesn't make sense, but he's sensible. Okay, so let's get some clarification right there. We have death. Okay, major death and transformation. Yep. Things are changing. Things are changing for you, Pile 3. Let's get this career deck for some advice or direction. Beginning. It's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career. You have creative ideas that get noticed. Build a nest egg for the future. It's interesting because I'm looking at this and I don't know, I guess because birds and nest, I don't know. Okay, birds and nest. Lenormand. Bouquet number 9, an ending. So the bouquet has to do with, good feelings and all that sort of stuff, but it is like, when you bring somebody a bouquet of flowers, it's usually because they're in the hospital, or it's some kind of other thing, an anniversary or new baby or something like that. Let's read that. Flowers. Beauty and a happy face is what I bring. I am the gift that warms your heart. I am your recovery and your well-being. No matter what card is before me, I will always change it positively. Yeah, so it's going to be for your well-being. That this is energy is for you to start something new. A new job or a whole new career is going to be for your well-being. And we look at this, death and transformation. Something has to come to an end so that something new can show up. And temperance is about healing. It's about finding balance. Healing, balance, you know, the angels are with you. Oh, I'm going to do this one first and then I'll read the description. So what do we have, Archangel Michael? Thank you so much. Rose, special energy. Wow, special energy. You are receiving special energy at this time. Okay, so card I gotta go to the contents, is the 9 Bandit. Right there, 74. Excuse me. Okay, we got 9 Bandit Armor is the Armored Compassion. Armored Compassion. Wow, that's kind of a dichotomy, isn't it? Unperturbed by the low growl of the night machines and manufactured hot air, you plow out under the moonlight. The pleasant countenances of daylight are gone. Nightcrawler, huh? The faces you pass never quite turn your way or meet your eye. They are the disinterested, the itinerant, the anonymous, and the altered, and they warrant no harm or attention. Your purpose lies beyond these hapless wanderers for now. You have your own business here, but should you be asked for time or direction, you will readily oblige, for you have both to spare, time and direction. Your conscientious acceptance of others has opened hearts and healed worlds, and you shall not turn away from a genuine request for help. There is a vulnerability in reaching out and in responding. Acknowledge the bravery on all sides. There is an easy kindness in your demeanor that extends an invitation to the lost and the lonely. Any light in the dark attracts the waylaid and the waylayers. You are prepared for both. Respect can be granted freely, but your trust is tucked safely beneath your armor. Those who mistake benevolence for weakness, try to trade on sympathy, or swindle your attention will meet a stern, dry well. Opportunism is not personal, and neither is your response. You stonewall misdirection and selfishness. Your resources are limited and are to be protected. It is no contradiction to be compassionate and guarded. Okay, so I said that was dichotomy, but it's no contradiction to be compassionate and guarded. Indeed, it is the softness of your underbelly that warrants your hardened exteriors. One warm night does not a summer make, and one act of goodness does not warrant your absolute trust. People show themselves in their consistency. Wear your armor and say no with pride. Those who don't or won't hear your no do not deserve your yes. Beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. The number 20 on the card is like a partnering number. You know, it's union. It's duplicity. Duality too. And so it's kind of a duality with the compassion, the trust, but then the armor that protects it. The underbelly of compassion and trust that will be granted freely to somebody, but if they are to show discord in return, they will be met with a no, with the armor, that they will not be offered any more of your assistance. So, new beginning. Perhaps you are not being taken seriously, maybe taken for granted, manipulated possibly, where you're at right now, because it says it's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career. You have creative ideas that get noticed. Build a nest egg for your future. So you have great ideas, but either people are taking advantage of your great ideas, your skills and abilities, your creativeness, your talent. You might feel like you're being taken advantage of and or milked, like you milk a cow, milked, but you're not really receiving in return that which is that matches the value of what it is that you have to offer. There's got to be balance, right? There's got to be balance where whatever you have to be offered should be received in like, or in balance, right? Through pay or promotion, benefits, stuff like that. So you might be in a position where, it's interesting, we have the rose and then the flowers right here, but you're in the position where you have some really great energy that wants to give, be warm-hearted, wants to give and has much to offer, and all this like compassionate caring, but it's like it's taken advantage of, or it's not reciprocated, or it's undervalued where you're at right now. And you could if you were to move into if you go to another job or in another career, maybe things that the work that you do, maybe you're like a hospice sitter or hospice whatever person, where you have a lot of caring, compassion, sensitivity for the family and the person that's laying in the bed about ready to pass, right? And your worker, your employer is just there for, is in the business just to make the money off of the insurance that insurance companies will pay for hospice care for their patients, for their clients, for their members, right? And so they're milking the system, but they don't really give two hoots about their employees, which is you, one of you. Don't two hoots about you. And they want you there, and if they could have you there 24/7, because they don't ever have enough employees to be able to fill all the shifts, they want you there, and they're going to take advantage of maybe your good heart, because you've come to know the family, you've developed a rapport and a relationship to some degree with them, and the patient. And this patient's come to rely on seeing your beautiful face, in your kind, caring ways, your compassionate ways, that they enjoy seeing you. They enjoy having you around. And if they could say to you, please, I don't want anyone else, I just want you here. I just want you here. That you feel maybe obligated and feel bad if you feel like you're letting your person down, because you can't work there all day, every day, 24/7. You got to go home, and then someone else has to come in and take your place because of the shifts and stuff like that. So it's just like there's people that see you as having all that beauty in you, all that beautiful energy in you, this special energy. They see you being very special. They love you. They love having you around. They love your energy. They love what you do for them. You heal them in some way. And your employer doesn't give a care if you're loving or not. He just sees you as a body that needs to be there for that, during that hospice time with that family and that patient. But the family loves you, the patient loves you, and you love them, and whatever, and you love what you do for work, but you're being not treated very, right, fairly. You are being taken advantage of. You know it. It's time to move on. It's time to take your skills and maybe maybe you can take your skills as a hospice sitter, or whatever they call hospice, people who work in hospice, to become a nurse or a nurse's aide, something. If you go to school and get 2 years of, or maybe you take a phlebotomy class and it's only a few weeks that you gotta go, and you get that, you get a phlebotomy degree behind you, certificate, and then you can go work in drawing people's blood and share your compassion and caring there with an employer who actually cares about their employees. Just a thought, right? So this is what I'm thinking this is. It's something like that. Now, of course, everybody who's coming to pile 3 is not going to be in hospice or wanting to be a phlebotomist, if that's what you call it, phlebotomist. I keep thinking of florist when I say phlebotomist. But yeah, but it's something like that, you know, along that line. So however it works with you and your work and your energy. The good things are astir right here and here because of your energy. Good things are astir, and because of this. Balance is coming. Balance is going to be, it's going to be fair and just. It's going to be balanced, okay? You're going to heal. You're going to be a healer and heal. In some way, you're going to be a healer. Because whatever is that's wrong with where you're at right now is going to come to an end for you, because you've got some big changes coming, and they're changes that are they're positive changes. It's always positive changes when it comes to major arcana, right? And this is the Death card, so change, and major change and transformation. So you'll be transforming your situation for the better, for like just take a leap of faith and just do it kind of thing, right? 9 of Pentacles, going out on your own, being independent, looking at life through, you know, a basket of fruit, you know, the abundance of being gentle and sensitive and kind and giving. That's you. With the Knight of Wands, let's see about that energy. Hang on a minute. Knight of Pentacles. That is so funny. So take a leap of faith, go jump through a ring of fire, decide that you're more valuable to another employer than you are apparently to the one you're at right now, or that whatever you've got will be more valued somewhere else. Like you can put what we would say, the values you hold, you know, your morals, your what you believe life is about, and what you believe humans are for each other, this, that, and the other thing. The values that you hold are going to be appreciated and respected elsewhere, even though, like if you're in the hospice situation, right? Even though the family and the patient value you, but your employer doesn't. So you can go somewhere else, and let's say the phlebotomist? I don't know. Person who takes blood. The patient that you're going to be poking the needle with to get the blood, to draw the blood, you're going to be able to, you know, you're just going to be so charming with them that they're not even going to pay attention to it. You know, they're not even going to like pay attention to what you're doing, because you're charming and you got such great energy. You know, you're just like that bouquet of roses that that people receive, and they're like shocked and surprised and really grateful and happy to see these beautiful flowers. You're going to be like that to your patient. Of course, they're going to value you because you're going to be really good at what you do. Though it's just going to be a tiny, tiny pinch of that. But your employer and your coworkers are going to value you as well. You're going to be appreciated all around, wherever it is that you're going to go, you're going to move forward to. So if you're watching this reading, of course, the decision is always up to you, what you're going to do about your current work that you're working at. But if you're here watching this, there must be a reason why. You want to change your job, but you just don't know if you should or how to do it or whatever. So it's the divine is saying, if you but choose to follow the path of a new beginning, some changes, a new beginning for you, using your special energy in another employer or employment, we're going to take care of you. We're going to set you up real nice. Just have the faith. Jump through the ring of fire. Put yourself out there. Say, I want to feel motivated. I want to feel impassioned and inspired. I'm going to jump through this circle of flame and see where I land. Then you land, and you're like the Knight of Pentacles, somebody who's going to succeed, because the Knight of Pentacles is not the hare but the tortoise. Committed. Someone who succeeds. Someone who finishes whatever they start. They are going to be successful and victorious. Yep, they finish. They cross the finish line. They get what it is that they're going for. They're moving towards. One step at a time. So putting your feelers out, right? Putting your feelers out, letting people know that you have this kind of skill and you got this resume, and you're going to drop it off. You're going to go here, there, and the other place. And if you feel drawn to pile number 2, I would recommend that to you. I think it's pile 2. But anyways, yes, put your feelers out. So what is the best approach for success in your career? It is to just own and value yourself as just this precious rose, this precious gem that you are, that you have so much to give the world, so much to give to people who will value that, who will heal, you will be able to heal them in some way because of your energy, your caring, kind and caring ways. They're going to value you so much. Yes, you're valued now by the people that you service, possibly, or it's the other way around. Your employer might value, but your people that you service may not value you. So however that works. But wherever you're going to find yourself up, if you do decide to take this challenge, to put your feelers out and look for another employer, and different type of clients, if it's the clients that aren't valuing you, you're going to have it all. You'll have it all. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Have it all. 8 of Swords. But it's going to, you're only imprisoning yourself as you see the lids. You can jump out of that cage anytime, but you are an angel who's imprisoning yourself. So you're a very caring, kind angel. You need to spread your wings. And that scares you a bit, right? Because what if the next place isn't any better? Well, I would have to say, because it's tarot and that you're here watching this, the divine is going to roll out the red carpet for you if you so choose to take the challenge. That the other places, other offers of employment are going to be better. They are going to be better for you. Better for you all around. Because the divine's not going to guide you to go somewhere that's worse, okay? So the 8 of Cups, that's you walking away from it. Walking away from being all locked up in your head and not spreading your wings and leaving this behind and all that sort of stuff. The Chariot, that's go, go, go. Getting your chariot balanced. You can only go, and this is a good clip too, by the way, at a good clip. It's not an airplane clip. This is in a vehicle, okay? So on land. So, but it's a good clip. So you're going to go at this methodically. You're going to succeed. You're going to get an offer or more, which is going to allow you to say, I'm not going to, although I'm going to worry, I'm still going to allow myself to come out of my own cage every now and again and spread my wings and keep, researching the offers. But that I'm going to leave this behind at some point so that I can actually move towards in a balanced energy, because I'm not afraid anymore. I'm leaving that behind in a balanced energy, moving forward at a good pace to have the experience of the Tower. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. What else we got? We got the Ten of Wands. Wow. Judgment. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Moon, and the Six of Swords. Yeah. Wow, guys. Okay, so there's going to be a King of Pentacles. Somebody, a business owner. You know, the phlebotomist guy, the business owner. He's going to be, you know, that. Okay, first of all, this is going to come to an end, as they said. Where does it say? It's a good time. Creative ideas that get noticed. Build a nest egg for the future. This is going to come to an end. The Tower is that you're going to make the decision. It's going to be basically made for you, because you're going to have the burdens, the stress that you're feeling, under the stress, the burdens of your, you know, what you're experiencing at your current job right now, and to make those changes. You know, change for most people doesn't feel very good, right? Something new, it's change, right? But you're going to be dropping that burden. This has come down. You're going to be forced to, because the decision that you're going to make is going to be about taking someone up on their offer of all these you're going to have these opportunities. So when you get online, let's say you're looking to be a blood phlebotomist, okay? You get online, and you might live in a large area, and you see that there's this company's looking for a phlebotomist, and this company's looking for a travel phlebotomist, one that goes in a bus or a van, something to go around different communities, whatever. And that company, so you got all these places that you could shoot your resume to, right? Or show up and talk to them, or email the HR person or the manager themselves and say you're looking at being able to expand your skills as a caregiver, and you're right now taking a course on becoming a phlebotomist, certified phlebotomist. And so you're going to have opportunities. It's going to be a bit confusing because, well, first of all, you're going to set them up. You're going to put your feelers out. Like I said, this is your best approach. Put your feelers out. Well, say yes to the challenge. Put your feelers out. Talk to people. Send out your resumes. Pound the pavement. Drop off resume. Meet people. Talk to more people. Follow up on the leads you get, and then follow up on the people that you have submitted a resume to find out how how things are moving along towards an interviewing process, that kind of thing. Keep in the know. That's your best approach, right? But it's going to be a lot of work, all right? It's going to be some work, and you're going to get these opportunities to have these interviews, all these different places, because they're going to see that you have what they need. And one of them's going to, when you get the interview, you're going to actually interview with the owner of the company. And they're going to say, yeah, your resume looks really impressive. I see that you're going to school. When are you done that course? Oh, in 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks. Great. And you've been at your other company for so long, so why are you leaving the other company? And you tell them the truth, but not to the point where you sound like you're going to complain, that you're complaining that your boss doesn't, you're not going to say that your boss doesn't appreciate you, doesn't value you, because then you're talking to a boss here. You don't want to talk about your boss that way because you're talking to a boss, okay? So you're just going to say, I just feel like I could do so much more. I just have the passion and compassion to be able to help people who are willing to give their blood, to help them feel, to have the experience of someone taking their blood in the best way. I want to really make my patient feel really good about donating their blood. That kind of thing, right? Something like that. So you're going to be asked for an interview, or I don't know, it's probably interviews, because most often they don't hire you from a resume. So you're going to be asked for interview, and this person's going to say, you look like you'd be the right person. And there's going to be a whole lot of communication going back and forth, to the point where, you know, you're just going to be feeling overwhelmed, because people, that you're going to find out that what you didn't see before, what you hadn't seen before, because you weren't looking, you weren't putting your feelers out, what you've seen before is there's a whole lot of attention towards your resume, what you have to offer. There's a whole lot of attention because there's a whole lot of need in that field. Yeah, in the field that you're looking for, there's need. And people are going to be, like owners and you know people who interview, HR people are going to be reaching out to you. Eight of Wands, back and forth communication. It's going to be unclear as to if anything comes out of it, but you're going to see that you're well sought after, that you are valued, that you're valued. You know, Six of Swords is like you're moving from being undervalued to being in a place where you're highly valued. That you're going to have a great employer, a really wonderful employer who sees your potential, who sees your value, who sees how caring, kind, and how you're going to be able to add to his or her mission, you know, of her company's vision and mission for being someone who takes people's blood. You know, something like that, right? But it's going to be, this is the outcome. This is, you're finding a solution from being undervalued to being valued. There's healing in you for that. There's healing offered to you in that, but this major change has to come about. You have to let go. And the reason why I say you're going to be forced to is because, first of all, the divine is saying it's time. It's time. So if you don't do something now, it's going to be like where this company that you're working for might end up having to close, and then you're out of a job. So the best thing to do is to really follow your passion, believe in yourself, and bring your beautiful skills, energy, to a company that maybe has been around a lot longer, that you don't see is going to shut down on you. And be forced to make that change, because this person here is going to make an offer to you that you just simply can't refuse. You're going to really like this person, and they're going to really like you. Okay? So I see this as a win-win for you, but again, it's your decision, of course. So that's, you know, but you're going to make a final decision. If you follow this path, if you take the challenge, you're going to be, the tower is going to come down. You're going to leave this. You're going to let go of all the burdens. You're going to let your burdens down of, you know, not being valued and things not being so great where you're at, that kind of thing, and having to work so much because they don't have enough employees, that kind of thing. So you're having to take double shifts and stuff like that. But you're making a judgment. You're following your calling. You're making a final decision. And then that's when the interviews are coming in, and you meet this one who loves you, wants to talk to you back and forth, calls you one day and then calls you the next day. But it's also other people, you know, other employers or HR people or whoever is in charge of hiring people. And it's going to be like you're not sure how this is going to turn out for you, if it's going to be any better than where you're at. But it's also showing you how needed you are by the employment sector in that particular field of work. And it's definitely a solution, from rough waters to calm waters. You're going to be sitting pretty, like she's sitting pretty, right, on a beautiful black cloud. But she's on the cloud. She's not under it. She's on the cloud. So you're going to be doing very, very well, because the divine's got your back. Divine wants you to be in a better place where you're feeling valuable. All right? To know your own value is to be doing something that expresses that value. So best of luck and take care. And let me know what you think. But please like and subscribe and share. Bye for now.